In this user guide, we'll be taking a look at how to change Pokit Pro's fuse. So we've got ourselves a Pokit Pro here and also two flathead screwdrivers. So you want yourselves a small one. This one's just 1.4 millimeters, and you also want a thicker one as well. So this one, it doesn't matter so much about the exact sizing of it, but for reference, this one's 0.8 by 4 millimeters. So you want to take your Pokit Pro, lift up this rubber flap at the back, and you can see you've got some warnings underneath here, but you've also got these two little screws at the back here that you're going to want to undo. So we'll do that now. So we finished unscrewing those screws now, so you can just pull off the back. It's best to push down this rubber piece again just so it holds these screws in place. They're quite small and you don't want to lose those. So just put that aside, and you can see that we've got our two fuses in the back here. So if I flip this around, you've got your 500 milliamp one there and your 10 amp one as well. So you can see that that's matching these markers at the back here. So you've got your 10 amp and your 0.5 amp one as well. So when you're putting these back in, or when you're replacing them with new ones, you want to make sure that these line up and are the correct ones. So you want to grab your thicker flathead screwdriver now, and essentially we want to be just wedging it underneath the side here, just so that we can kind of lift it out slightly. So you can see it's lifted out, and now it's pretty much almost touching the top there, just where that plastic is. So you don't want to push it any further than this point here, because otherwise you're going to damage the housing or you could crack the fuse. So now we're going to be wanting to push this along towards the back of the unit. So pushing that way with the screwdriver by pushing underneath this silver part here. So you just kind of slide along like that, and you'll hear that kind of snap sound, and then you can just lift it out. So again, when you're putting it back in, you make sure that it's the correct fuse for the correct side. So we'll put this one back in. Now the best way to do this is just to kind of hold it upright, and you just push your thumb onto the top of it here. So you're going to be wanting to push it back down, down along the unit with your thumb. So you just kind of push it down like that, and then push it back so it clicks in, and then just make sure that it's pushed right down that way into the unit. So now that's back in there, and we want to put this cap back on. So we'll just essentially just slide this in. So you can see that you've got yourself a slight gap just running along here. So the end of the cap just kind of slides into that. So we'll push that in like that, and then we'll just screw it back in. So now that that's screwed back in, you can just push this rubber piece back down over the back. It should kind of snap into place, and now it's finished. And that's how you change a Pokit Pro fuse.